Well, hello. It's Wellness Wednesday again. I am here with another episode of Maaike's Wellness and just a little nugget to learn how to view things from a different perspective and how that changes the entire energy, the entire way we do things, and the entire way of living. Everything that I do here and I like to share with you is to help you understand that there's different ways of doing the things that we normally do, and that can raise our energy, our vibration, and for us to start receiving more things that we want in life and not feel like we're just that we're just living and surpassing our life, but just thriving, right? Instead of just existing, that's the word that I wanted to use, instead of just existing, that we are really enjoying and living. Because what is the purpose of living this existence, this life, without enjoying? So I want to help you bring more joy into your life and to everything that you do. And I know that it all starts with the mind, how we think about the things that really brings us down or brings us up. And yeah, we can eat healthy, we can do all the exercise, we can have healthy relationships, but if we're not feeling good inside, nothing is going to work and we won't attract the things that we want. So welcome. If you don't know me and you're hearing this for the first time, my name is Maaike Science, and I am passionate about health and wellness. And wellness is everything that we do, everything that we're aligned with the mind, body, spirit, everything in our environment. Wellness is a little bit of everything that we do in a positive way that create wellness for our body, our health, our relationships, and everything that we do. Because we are here to bring more energy for ourselves and to the world. Because here, if you feel better with yourself and you become the best version of yourself, then you can bring your own gifts to the world as well. So, enough with the introduction. Let me know if you're here watching the replay. You could do hashtag replay as always. And if you're here live, also I would like to see some comments over there so that I can comment over your comments, and then we can have a discussion and a conversation. I love those. I love conversations. If you don't know me yet, I love conversations, and I think we can all always learn from any conversation, because there's something very, very well said, that when we have a discussion, a conversation, either we feel enlightened or we feel like a little ones, right? It makes us feel small. So that tells you a lot about yourself and about the relationship and about the other person too. So when we learn all this, then we feel better. So this past week, I was doing my makeup, and my blush, my little thing blush that I used to wear, broke, like the little packet. And all of a sudden, I remembered that when I was in my 40s, 45, and things broke around me, or there was crashes, or there were, I remember there was a lot of things, multiple things happening at the same time. And I remember back then I was always rushing to get my kids from classes, taking them everywhere, having to do meals for everyone and attending everything. You know, if you are a mom, busy mom with 1, 2, 3, or 4 children, going everywhere, you feel like you have to split yourself in 1,000 pieces and be there for everyone. So I remember those times that I was really feeling rushed all the time. And then I even got stopped by the police several times because I was speeding Gonzales. And I remember there was like a breakdown of the refrigerator one time, and maybe the dishwasher, and then I pulled something and it broke, and then something fell. Like there were multiple things that were happening at the same time. And back then, I said, well, we have to go into fix mode, right? This is something that needs to be fixed, and it has to be fixed. But that caused another issue, because it's like a problem over a problem that I have to spend energy in looking how to fix it. And And things, yes, things break and we have to fix them. But after doing all my personal development, and I have been learning so much about how we view things is how we feel about life. And I started to discover that that was a waste of energy, saying, oh no, one more thing that broke. Oh no, something else happened in my body that is not working and I'm struggling and challenging. Oh no, and then you get into like see a crash and it's like, or close to a crash and it's like, oh no. But I started to discover that our energy is the one that is attracting those things so that we can make a stop. Just like menopause, right? When we're in menopause, there's a lot of things happening, a challenge is happening. And yes, it's a lot of hormonal stuff, but also it's an opportunity to make a stop and learn different ways to do and to do the things. So I started to switch and became curious of when something broke, or where something, there was an illness, or where there was a discussion with a relationship with a child or my spouse. I started to stop and kind of reflect and try to learn what that was trying to teach me. So we are very used to the what ifs, like what if this goes wrong? We do not make changes because what if this goes wrong? That is a normal intention of the brain and the thought pattern that is like, what if this goes wrong? Well, let me share with you a different perspective. What if this could be teaching me something? What if this, what can I learn from this? What if this is happening for me, not to me, and that way I can learn something? So what if this broke so that the repair guy came and I could have a conversation, and maybe I could lead him or he could lead me to the next step, that an answer to another question that I was asking in my life. And that usually happens. And answers come from all over the place. So when something breaks and there's a repair guy coming, be alert, because maybe that's a messenger right there. Or what if there was a crash, or you actually crashed, and in that crash, you got to meet somebody that was coming that will lead you to the next job that you needed or you wanted. See how I'm meaning that when you see the things from a different perspective, you lighten up, you don't feel stressed on your shoulders, you feel lighter, you feel better, and who knows, you can find your answers from better places, and they are unexpected places. Or maybe I was talking with someone yesterday, and what if a broken relationship can make space to learn something more about yourself? And I know that many women that I coach, they come to me in one of the first sessions, or even in the discovery call, we're talking, and all they're saying behind the scenes is that they feel broken inside. Like everything that they're doing, especially, I remember, like I had a call yesterday with someone, she's 48, and I was 48 when I started feeling like everything started to break down on me. And she says, I feel exhausted, I have fat belly, and I cannot do anything that I do works. And she just feels like she's merely existing in this life. And she's kind of not even deserving of making space in this life. So she's attending everything for everyone, but she's in a bad mood all the time. And that's exactly how I was at 48. So that is not a way of living, because she deserves to be happy. And all she wanted is really to be happy and see she sees her sister that is happy. But she desires that, but she does not know how to get there, because all she knows is the way that she has been doing the things. And in the conversation, it was beautiful, because she says, all I want is to really be able to sit down, have a conversation with my children, really be present, enjoy, laugh, and smile. And through our conversation in our coaching session, all of a sudden I digged into some questions and things, and she could see a different perspective of things. And all of a sudden I could see a smile, and I could see and hear even a laughter. That is a game changer, you guys. When you have a conversation with someone, a coach, a mentor, a psychologist, a therapist, and she's able to bring that perspective, that change in perspective, and help you see things from a different side. And it lightens you up, because she said all her shoulders were like heavy, like she was weighing, like having a rock on top of her shoulders. During the session, during the conversation, she felt, oh my gosh, I feel so much lighter. And that is just because I led her through a little conversation. I allowed her to express how she was feeling, and it just brought a smile to her face. And for me, that is a lighten for my day too, right? Because helping somebody else feel better with themselves is the best thing that we can do. And we can all do that in our own way. We do not have to be coaches, but we're parents. We have siblings. We are co-workers. We are having conversations with everyone. If we have a better energy, we bring better to life, to everything. We bring life to everybody else. So that's why I'm so passionate about helping others feel better with themselves. Because then you bring your own gifts, you bring your own energy, you bring your own light to the world to live better. So when things break, especially in health and relationship, instead of going into trying to fix it right away, sit down with your emotion and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What is that I need to learn from this? And if you ask that question and you just sit and listen for a little bit, you will hear some answers. And that is the space and the stop that we need to learn to do so that we can feel a little bit better. So going through the uncomfortable is what gets us to learn better ways of living. There's always a better way. And it's not only our way, but there's a better way. So when we start shifting, so what in your life, I want to ask you, what in your life has broken that has led you to a better outcome? Just reflect a little bit throughout your life. Do a little insight or visualization, or close your eyes for a second and think about things that have broken, whether it's a thing or a car, a broken down, a tire, a flat tire. Who has not had a flat tire? Or an overheated car, and it made you stop. Maybe you needed to learn to stop and to take life easier. Maybe it told you to stop and listen and to be in contact with nature. Maybe it made you stop to connect with someone that you needed to hear from, or that you need to help. Actually, I want to share a little other story from another client that I was talking with yesterday. And she said, Maaike, now that you talk about this, yes, I remember that a few years ago, I usually went to the grocery store, and I did small talk with people, and she's also a health coach. And they used to open up and express what their challenges were. And I was able to kind of connect in a very genuine way and share them my insights. It's like, wow, that's awesome. And she says, now that you talk about this, I used to have these episodes very often before, but now she's dealing with all the menopausal stuff, right? So she's in her head, and she has not had those episodes anymore for the past 2 or 3 years. Like, curious. So what is it that we need to do in order to allow for life to bring us the things that we need to hear? We need to make stops. We need to stop and breathe. We need to meditate. We need to journal. We need to go on nature walks. All the things that lead us to do a little slower pace. And I want to end with one other example that just happened yesterday. I was feeling on my head, and I think we all have those moments, right? On my head, tons of papers on my desk, tons of to-do things that I needed to do. And when you feel overwhelmed, guess what happens? Nothing happens. That we cannot even move a finger. We cannot do anything. I needed to make calls. I needed to create a post. I needed to do some things for my business. I felt paralyzed. And I was still stuck on my chair. But I said, Maaike, you have to do what you always share with others what to do. So I said, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. And it was a beautiful afternoon. I'm going to go for a walk, 2 laps around the block. Because when we feel stuck, we just need to move. We need to move from our static place, and we need to move our body. That everything starts to flow. A body in motion stays in motion. A body who is stuck stays stuck. So we need to start moving in order to have that flow, the energy, and then the ideas. And as I was walking, I was just praying and just asking the universe or God, saying, hey, send me a signal. I need a sign. And guess what happened? In my walk, I received 3 texts from 3 different people that I really appreciate them very much. And they were sharing some of their own challenges and their own things. But for me, it was very enlightening, because those were the signs that I needed to confirm who I am, what I do, and what I help others do as well. I needed to confirm some things that I felt that I was doubting myself. And we all have those moments. We all have those moments. So don't feel bad when you have those moments. Don't feel that, oh, because you're not perfect, you're not there yet. Well, we're always growing. We're always learning. So remember those moments. Remember the stories that I shared with you today. And when you're feeling stuck, go for a little walk. And remember, those things will help you kind of move your motivation, your perspective. And when you have nothing else, ask for a sign. Ask the universe, show me something that helps me. The universe and God, like that which is greater, they know, the universe knows what you're dealing with. The universe knows what you need in the moment, more than you think. So just ask. It's like, send me a sign to let me know where I need to go next. And that will confirm, that will validate, that will make you feel better. Movement will create the motion, and then you will have another action to do. And you receive, because after that walk, I received other calls that led to more gifts for me and for others to learn. So I just opened the door to allow things to happen for me. So I hope this was insightful for you. I just wanted to share it because an open mind leads to a better way. So if you feel like you're closed-minded and nothing is working and things are breaking up, it's time to start working on yourself, personal development, and opening your mind to watching or seeing things from a different perspective so you can really enjoy life. I hope this is insightful. I would love to hear what are 1 or 2 things that you're taking away from this conversation. And as always, I have a blessing day, and go and shine a light to somebody else. Pay it forward, and pay it forward with the message that you received today. Talk to you soon, and hasta la vista. Till next time. Bye-bye.